Hey, welcome back everyone. MC82 here with another review. Today we are looking at Motaro by Storm Collectibles. Now, he originated in Mortal Kombat 3 as a sub-boss to Shao Kahn, and admittedly I was a bit surprised when he was announced, as I figured Storm Collectibles would take the Goro sculpt, tweak it a little, give it a repaint, and release it as a Kintaro figure. Instead, we've been blessed by this centaur, and hell, I'm not complaining. This box is huge, and as usual, it's visually pleasing. I especially like how the portrait of Motaro wraps around to the side. There's not much going on the back except for some product shots of what's possible with this guy. Now, getting him out of the box, I am blown away by this impressive sculpt, and he is big. I can barely fit him into the frame. Staring at a figure like this puts to rest any doubts that Storm Collectibles could handle any of the more visually complex Mortal Kombat characters going forward. Let's start with the detailed and defined head sculpt, which features very clean paint apps on his horns, mohawk, and even a little liner around his eyes. Moving down into his upper body, he's given subtle gradients of tans and browns, which really define his muscular frame. The combination of soft plastic in his chest blends in seamlessly with the hard plastic of the rest of his frame, and it results in quite the visual achievement. His lower horse half is also a hard plastic, and it leads into his metallic tail, which he uses a bendy wire to allow for some flexible articulation, which we'll get into now. Motaro's head can look way up, and the soft plastic in his chest allows his head to look down and move extremely well on the ball peg. He has fantastic range throughout his upper body. He has a great ab crunch. He bends backwards, and he has a waist swivel. And generally, he's more flexible than even some of the smaller figures in this line. The butterfly joints on his arms give Motaro the ability to extend, rotate, or bend them at nearly any angle. Moving to his front legs, they can kick out straight and swivel. The knees can bend back a bit, and his ankle can move forward. The same applies to his hind legs. However, the knee joint here allows you to bend it forward. Combined with the very sturdy hoof on each leg and his tail, these joints allow Motaro to stand in a variety of positions. As mentioned earlier, the bendy wire allows for his metallic tail to be positioned in a variety of positions, many of which enhance his posing ability. However, the biggest surprise in Motaro's articulation is that apparently his early morning yoga sessions have been paying off. Big man can do a full split. That's better than most of the characters I own who are supposedly acrobatic and limber. Storm Collectibles has done a masterful job with Motaro in his sculpt and engineering. It's rare that you get that feeling that a company has outdone themselves, but I seriously don't know how you can expect much more from this figure. Quickly going over his accessories, Motaro comes with an alternate angry head sculpt, which honestly looks even better than the one that comes stock on the figure. He also comes with his projectile, and you might remember that Motaro could easily wipe out roughly half of your health if he juggled you with this. There's also a small opening allowing you to place his projectile on the stand that comes included. We also get a set of loose hands and a set of grip hands. Why do we get a set of grip hands? Because Storm Collectibles decided to add even more value to this package by adding a fully articulated bloody skeleton. No need to worry about clean paint apps on this figure, as the paint bleeds and splatters on the skeleton to create a dirty, gritty look. His frame looks and feels brittle, but he still handles well, and as I said before, he's fully articulated, including his jaw. So old Mr. Skeleton comes with several sets of alternate hands, including a loose pair, a set of grip hands, a set of pointy finger hands, and finally a set of weapon hands. While designed to be used with Motaro, the possibilities are really endless for this guy to be used with any of your Mortal Kombat figures, or any other line for that matter. I mean, it's a bloody skeleton. The question should be, what scenario would it not be good for? At roughly 9 3/4 inches, I think you can tell that Motaro stands above the average size figure. But how does he compare to his rival Goro? As you can see, Goro barely edges out Motaro, though if you add in Goro's hair, he's a good head taller. I can't say enough good things about Motaro. If you are a Mortal Kombat fan, you owe it to yourself to pick this guy up. Don't hesitate, don't ponder, don't put this off until next year. Get this figure now. You know how Storm Collectibles figures balloon in price when they hit the aftermarket, and I don't see this figure being any different. Storm Collectibles gives you everything you could want in a Motaro figure, even if you didn't think you needed a Motaro figure. The sculpt is beautiful, the articulation is better than many figures half of his size, and the addition of a fully articulated bloody skeleton is just icing as far as I'm concerned. 10 out of 10. This is on the early list for Figure of the Year. Order it. Pick it up at your local toy shop today. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, or consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks a lot.